Hello, Stage 1. I'm here to show you a bit more how you can get more out of your PM collection while you're learning from home. Here we have the bookshelf. I'm sure you've seen the same. We've got my bookshop, my words, help, bit of help if you need it, sync bookshelf and settings. Now I'm going to choose a book to read. I think I'm going to read Max Saves a Frog. So we have the book. If we come here, we have some words, just things that say teacher's notes. They have some things like what words are going to be in there a lot. Here's some questions. Maybe after you read the book, your parents can ask you this question and you can try to answer it. And it just shows that this is the same Max who's in Max and the Birdhouse and a friend for Max. And then we click this. There's the back cover with the frog. Now I want to read the story. And here we have Max Saves a Frog. We have this page, Max Saves a Frog, and who wrote it and who illustrated it. Now, if you're not sure of some of the words, you can have the story read to you before you read it.
Max liked to ride his bike. He always went along the path, over to the shed and back to the house.
So that's how you can get it to read. I just pressed stop, so we didn't. And then we've been asking you to record yourself. So to record yourself, you come down here to the hamburger, click on here, we have home to go back, and here we have record. And so I'm going to press record. Max liked to ride his bike. He always went along the path, over to the shed and back to the house. One day he saw I'm not sure of this word, so I'm going to click on it.
Something.
He saw something
moving
in the long grass by the shed. So one day he saw something moving in the long grass by the shed. Now I wasn't sure of this something word, so I can right click on my mouse and it has something and it has this little plus button. That adds it to your words. I wasn't sure of this word either, so I'm going to add that as well. And now I can come down and I can record. Max liked to ride his bike. He always went along the path, over to the shed and back to the house. One day he saw something moving in the long grass by the shed. Now, if you want to hear how you sounded, you can come here. Here it says my recording. If I click on it, it says PM collection or my recording. If I click on my recording and I press the play button, Max liked to ride his bike. He always went along the path. So that's a way I can re-listen to how I sounded, or I can go to PM collection and I can play that
to ride
again. So you can re-listen to yourself and think, oh, did I sound like a robot? Did I sound like clear? And if you don't like how you sounded, you can just press this again and re-record it. So you keep going like that. And if you press record, it only records one page at a time. So as soon as you turn to the next page, this will come up again. So I'm going to show you how that happens to remind you to always press record. So I'm going to press record. Max got off his bike and went to look in the grass. He saw a little green frog. Max put out his hands to get it, but the little frog
jumped
away. Now see how it's already gone back to that. But if I come back here, I can go and listen. Max got off his bike and went to look in the grass. So the recording was saved. But if I come to this page, I haven't recorded this page yet. So it just says PM collection. So if I press play,
I will have to find the frog today before Grandad cuts the grass, said Max.
Okay, and so I can listen to that. When I record, I can choose between listening to the PME collection and listening to myself. So I wonder if you've been listening to your recordings and thinking about how you could make them better. Now, the other thing, I'm going to have a look at this word. I'm going to save this one also into my words, and now I'm going to show you about my words. So let's go over here. We'll go home, and here it says the my words. Now up here, the sync bookshelf, that's complete. That means your recordings have been saved and us teachers can have a listen on our bookshelves. So you don't have to upload them or anything. Now here's my words, and here are the words I saved. And here if I just press
fence,
I could hear the word. Here I click this, hear the sentence.
It had jumped into the long grass by the fence.
And I could just move down and hear it.
Patrick and his mum went into a toy shop at the shopping mall.
So that's one I saved from another book. I think I recognise the word Patrick now, so I can delete that from my words. Okay, and now we'll go back to my bookshelf. I'm going to just show you one more thing. Maybe we'll just go to In the Garden. I'm going to click Read, and I'm going to click here. I'm going to draw. You can, if you want to, draw some flowers, and then it will be saved in my drawing. So we go back to my PM collection, we go back to my drawing, and then I could go back to here and I could go to Edit. In the garden was a flower. A full stop, and then I can click on, in the garden was a flower, and then I go back to PM collection was just in the garden, my writing there, and so I can click back to there, so in the garden. So that's a few words. So I can click on my words, here a word, here a page, show text. That's just a bit more what can help me. So I hope you found that interesting and gave you a few more ideas so that if you're unsure of words,
garden,
it will read it for you. If you're not sure if you like your recording, you can re-listen to that, and then you can have a bit of fun drawing and writing on it as well. And you can save some of those words so you can practice them later. Can't wait to hear some more of your recording, stage 1.